Senator Bernie Sanders on Sunday campaigned for Democratic House candidate Michelle Vallejo in South Texas. Sanders sounded his familiar campaign speech message, slamming corporate greed and demanding worker-centric progressive policies. Sanders specifically called out claims that high government spending is to blame for 40-year high inflation experienced in the U.S. He pointed out that inflation is an international phenomenon, then pointed the finger at corporations for raising prices to gouge customers. Sanders' visit to South Texas was part of the left's broader goal of keeping the region in Democratic hands. The victory of Mayra Flores earlier this year spelled warning signs that the traditionally Democratic stronghold might be slipping over to the GOP.
Falling further and further behind. And I want to say a word about this inflation, because Republicans are going around and they're saying inflation is a serious problem. It is. A lot of people are hurting. Gas prices, food prices, drug prices, whatever it may be. What they don't tell you is what the causes of inflation are. They want to blame Joe Biden, they want to blame Bernie Sanders for inflation. Well, we have got to explain basic economics 101 to them. And that is, inflation is not just an American issue. In the United Kingdom, inflation is 10%, 2 points higher than it is in America. In Europe, it's 11%, we're at 8%. The causes of inflation are the pandemic and the breakdown of supply chain, raised prices. The causes of inflation are the terrible, terrible war, Russian invasion of Ukraine and all that has done. But there is another cause of inflation which Republicans in a million years will never talk about. And the major cause of inflation today, the reason why prices at the gas pump, in the grocery store are soaring, is because of corporate greed. If you want to know why you're paying high prices at the gas pump, ask ExxonMobil, who are enjoying record-breaking profits right now. If you want to know why food prices are high, ask the major food companies who have jacked up their prices to unconscionable levels. Same thing with the pharmaceutical industry. So take a deep breath and think about the morality of the issue. We live in a moment, because of this pandemic, a lot of instability in the country, a lot of uncertainty. People are hurting. You got the war in Ukraine, you got the breakdown of supply chains, and what corporate America is saying, not how can we help working people? How could we lower prices in this country to make things more affordable? What they are saying, the guy from ExxonMobil is pretty honest about it, this is an opportunity to raise prices as high as we can. And what we say is that is immoral, it is wrong, and that is why we are going to impose a windfall profits tax on those companies. I want to say this as well. Republicans go around and they're saying the cause of inflation is the large amount of federal spending with the American Rescue Plan. And as the chairman of the Senate Budget Committee, I helped write that bill. So I know a little bit about it. Now, I want you all to think back 2 years ago. We were a country without vaccines. Thousands of people every day were dying. People by the millions were losing their jobs. Remember that? And what the President of the United States and what Congress did without one Republican vote is what we said is, you know what? When working people are struggling, when hunger in America is on the rise, when people are worried about being evicted from their apartments because they can't afford to pay the rent, you know what? Yes. We will provide $1,400 for every man, woman, and child in this country. And I don't apologize for that. And not one Republican voted for that. And when millions of people, because of the pandemic, lost their jobs. Remember that? Unemployment went off the charts. We said, yes, we're going to extend unemployment benefits. And when working moms and dads were unable to provide for their kids, we said, yes, we're going to provide a $300 a month child tax credit for every child in America. And when some hospitals in America were on the verge of collapse because so many COVID patients were entering and their doctors were getting sick and their nurses were getting sick, we said, yes, we're going to spend billions to help hospitals care for sick patients. And we're going to help universities and public school systems survive the pandemic. So I apologize to no one.